Casting Steve Carell in this role.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about zeroing in on him?
Well, I was just thrilled he was intrigued by it enough to want to do the movie. I think there's a certain kind of actor that would read the script and go, oh, Sal's the fun part. I want to play that. Or, Doc doesn't, he's the quiet guy. That doesn't, I want a bigger part, basically. But Carell read it and goes, Doc really got to him in some way. He really saw Doc as, well, I was, of course, pitching it, going, it's really Doc's story. Which it is. It is, he is the narrative, engine of the whole thing, and it's his trajectory we go through. But Steve liked the interior of him. He liked the quietness there and the intrigue. Like there's a kind of actor who, when you ask the director, why was my character doing what he's doing? And the director says, I don't know. They run for the hills, But he liked that. I don't know if Doc even knows why he's looking up these guys, from way back. Because Steve asked me, why is he looking up these guys? I'm like, oh. I don't know. He liked that he didn't know. I said, Doc, so Steve just kind of felt his way through this. It's an actor and a character is not sure why he's just feeling. It's it's a unique approach. And that was Steve's approach. It was a beautiful thing to behold. Steve was minimal too. He would look at me and go, I don't know if Doc would say all that. I'd have more dialogue. He was kind of like, yeah, maybe it would just be, we spent a lot of time rehearsing. So I was like, yeah, if that feels too winded, too much dialogue, Doc, why would he be saying so much at this point? Steve would just, I think he's thinking about, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I really put that kind of faith in the actors, if he's not feeling that. So Doc he's listening and feeling more so than talking.
Yeah, I mean, from the get-go, when he walks into the bar, you feel, I don't know if it was the camera work or his performance or a combination of, you feel like the weight of the world is on Steve.
Yeah, that's why that first shot of the movie, I was just thinking like, oh, just the world just is falling on top of him. It's raining. Here's this guy walking in the rain. It's just like, oh, the whole world has crashed down upon him. It takes him a while to kind of explain that or to find out, but that was kind of the metaphor. The world's being, I don't know, it's just, could it get any worse for a person?
Yeah. And then Bryan Cranston, which actually, it was kind of, it was interesting to watch that you would think that Steve Carell would be playing the Bryan Cranston role, and then Bryan Cranston will be playing but he's...
They could, in some other film universe, you could flip those roles, yeah.
And what was it about Bryan that you zeroed in upon?
Depending on, if you know Bryan's work, just, getting to know him, because I didn't know any of the three guys. I really didn't know them before we started talking on the phone, me trying to see if they wanted to do the movie. But Bryan's hilarious. He really is. I don't know if you've seen the wide range of Bryan material over the years, if you've been blessed with it. He's really funny.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, there you go. But if I were to ask you which of my cast members did a stint as a stand-up comedian in their life, you would probably say, oh, Carell, right? He's the funny guy. But no, Carell never did stand-up. Bryan did. Bryan first started off, he was a stand-up comedian. He had these funny routines that he was telling me that I actually worked some of it into the scenes. A lot of it got cut just when they were driving. I had a lot of additional material. But maybe it'll be on a DVD extra someday. But it's really funny. He's really funny. In general, he's hilarious, though. And his approach, what I just described about Carell, complete opposite. He's like, I know this guy. He's the guy whose his legs, it's always shaking. He's, eating, he's drinking, smoking, snorting, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, of course. that's who Sal is. So he had a beat on Sal that was relentless,
Yeah, it's like oral fixation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really irritating too when you're filming. You're like, okay, just continuity-wise, eating that burger. It's like, oh gosh, here we go. Every take you got to bring in the new burger and get the right by. Like, really, Brian? You have to eat every scene? I would tell the props guys, it's like, okay, the meal's over. I don't want to see any food on the table. It's late at night, the bar. They had some French fries earlier, but just let me get through this. And then Brian, he'd be like, hey, and sure enough, I'd look up and they'd be, oh, God, here we go. Yeah, but that was just his character. Man.
And then you had nobody else in mind but Larry Fishburne for the...
Yeah, even though, I mean, he might have even qualified 10 years ago because he was a little young then to do it, but Fish, he'll be the first to say, he was old. He was playing... Most actors play younger than they are. He played older, starting with his early films. Apocalypse Now, he's like 15 when he got cast, or 16. And like...
Apocalypse Now.
In Apocalypse Now, he's so... he's a kid, But then I'm thinking to Higher Learning and some of those. He's not very old. He's in his early 30s. He's playing much older. So I think he could have played Mueller 10 years ago, but right now he's the perfect age. But yeah, no, I just think he's such a great actor. I've just been a big fan of his always. So I was just so happy to have a part I could offer him, and he was just, like you would expect. I got very blessed on this movie. These guys are so funny and smart and with a good work ethic. Those are the three big things.